Okay, good morning, everybody. I'm so happy to see you all on this Monday, December 8th, 2025. And we are coming together once again for the highlight of our week, our vitamin B12 shot. Let's fill up our cup and share the light. This is the Monday Morning Miracle Call. My name is Michelle Niels, and I live in Fort Collins, Colorado. And I'm one of four hosts for these calls. And I am so happy to see you all. It's the numbers are starting to jump and want to give a warm welcome to people who are here for the very first time. And we hope to hear from you. We really, really love to hear from new people. So you'll see we're very welcoming. It's a very safe place to share. No fear. We love you. We just love on you. The purpose of these calls is to share our stories, okay? Because as we know, stories sell, facts tell. And as Gregory has said, we are well-paid storytellers. So let's share our stories, okay, guys? And just a few rules. Those of you who have been here before know the rules. New people need to hear them. We will limit our shares to a minute or less. And the first 15 minutes of the call is just on the X39 or Cellergize, those two products. And why is that? Well, the X39 is the star of the show. Okay. So everyone starts with the X39 and stays with it for life. Like me, I'm a lifer. Most of you are lifers. So let's start with just X39 and Cellergize stories. And then we will, after 15 minutes, shift to the other patches. Also, just a disclaimer, the LifeWave products do not claim to diagnose, treat, or prevent any disease. So let's not say disease names, okay, guys? We're going to stay away from the itises and symptoms only. So in order to raise your hand, you will go to the bottom of your screen and you will see a react button. And that's usually where it is. I hope you can find it because it's not showing up on my screen. But if you have trouble, wave or put it in the chat, and one of my helpers, like Sunshower, will let me know that someone is trying to share and maybe can't get their hand up. So we have Lavelle or Majay that wants to start. So go ahead and unmute.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, Michelle, my wife and I, we shared this yesterday on Doc Talk. We're out shopping for furniture, and there was the salesman there, and we looked at his finger, and his finger was kind of contorted. I was like, "Wow, does that hurt?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, that hurts." I said, "Well, we have something that can help with that." He said, "Really?" So I went in the car and we got an X39 and we put it on his finger. And about 10, 15, 20 seconds later, he said, "No, is my mind just playing tricks on me?" He said, "No, it actually does work." And he was like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing." And this guy calls me back like a week later and says, "Hey, I need a sleeve of that X39." And so he called us up and we were at church actually. And after church went and actually sold him the sleeve X39. And then he said, "Give me a couple weeks, man. This is one of those network marketing companies, right?" So guys,
He's
carry your patches with you.
so he asked you, is this one of those network marketing
Yeah,
companies?
yeah. He
But
said,
he
"Oh yeah."
wasn't turned off by that, it sounds like.
He wasn't. He said he's going to join in 2 weeks. He said, "Give me
Oh
two
my,
weeks, and I want to get started." But he said because my mom and dad they really did really well in Amway.
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So
Yay.
always carry your patches with you, everybody.
Always have your patches. Yay, yay. Thanks, Lavelle, for starting us off.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Michelle.
you guys, don't be shy. You know what happens on these calls, just like on Doc Talk. There's only a few people in the beginning, and then everybody puts their hands up at the end, and we run out of time. So I'm sure there are more stories. We have 90 people on this call. And good old Larry, yay, to the rescue. Hey, how you doing?
Patch for that, isn't there, Michelle?
Yeah.
I'm going to brag about one of my brand partners, a lady who is somebody I've known 15 or 16 years. She's 75 or 76. She was diagnosed with a C word, a double C word Then she had the loss of her husband, a lot of things going on, but she took a lot of toxins into her battle with the C word. Um, so it's been a couple of years, and when I hadn't seen her in a while, and she said, "Larry, I just feel old and tired and haggard." Blah 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 blah. Got her on X39 in April, and it was like within about 3 weeks, she suddenly noticed one of the first things was her hair quality, where it had been brittle and not shiny or full. All that began to change. And then she noticed her eyesight, where her eyes were more sparkly and glistening, and people were talking about it. And, whatever, she was sleeping better, I think, as well. But fast forward another, 3 months, and she's seen her brother for the first time since Hurricane Helene had hit and destroyed her home. And they hadn't seen each other in 8 months. And they said, "Diane, what are you doing? You look terrific. You're radiant. You're shining." It's like, what is going on? Suddenly, her example, of skin quality and brightness of the eyes, that was just very telling for her. And she got her brother involved with X39.
Oh,
So,
beautiful.
like, wear the patches, like Lavelle says, have the patches with you.
Mm. Thank you. Thank you, Larry. I'm going to share, and I'm very much optimistic that more hands are going to go up while I'm sharing. Okay, so I'm going to share a similar story. There was another case. It was my mom, and she was about, gosh, around 80, and she had a diagnosis of rogue cells. I think that's a good way of putting that. Rogue cells, and she was actually undergoing the treatment, the chemo and the radiation. And I spoke to Dr. Nicholas, and he said, wait until she's done with that to start her on the X39. So we did, and it wasn't too long. It was maybe a month. And she was having lots of side effects. She was pretty uncomfortable. And she started on the X39, and in about a week, she texted me. I should have done a screenshot and printed that and put it in a frame, because she calls me her genius firstborn. She goes, "My beloved genius firstborn, that I just can't believe what you did for me. This is amazing." And she said, "I'm healing." She had really bad open wounds, and she said, "They're healing. I'm not in pain." That was after a week, guys. And her husband had the legs that jumped at night, and also the painful bottoms of the feet. And within about a week, for him as well, she said he's in a better mood, because being in that pain, just walking around in his bare feet on the floor, he was kind of grouchy. And she said after a week of X39, his feet stopped hurting, and his legs stopped jumping at night. He started sleeping better. All right, really beautiful. All right, Danielle.
Hi, let me
Good
just see
morning.
if I can get my video. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, wonderful. I'll just do a quick share. I'm sensitive to chocolate, and thank you so much for hosting today. Anyway, I'm sensitive to chocolate, and I started to get a fever blister on my lip last night, and I thought, no, this is not good timing. And I had already taken off my X39, so I stuck is it okay to say this? I put the other patch on, put another patch on that Eon, and to this morning, it's almost gone.
Wow. Well, we have to ask David if there's a patch for sensitivity to chocolate, and if not, maybe he could make one,
That's
because
great.
that's a really bad condition to have. I'm really sorry that you have that.
Okay.
But that's great. No, we're not actually sharing other
Yep,
patches yet, but that's
yep.
okay,
Sorry.
Danielle. That's okay. And so she put an Eon on her lip, and it took care of the little blister. So yay.
Yeah.
Okay. Lavelle and Heather, and let's see, we still have about 5 minutes for X39 or Celergize. So go ahead, Lavelle.
So yeah, and I'm going to talk about Celigize, not just
Okay.
Celigize morning, but Celigize evening as well. So I just started using the Celigize evening, and I fell asleep. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Just a great night's rest. But then, you know what? I'm just even more clear. I don't know what it is, but it's like I'm so much more with the Celigize morning. I've been clear, but now I'm even even more clear with the Celigize evening, guys. So we talk about the dynamic dual Celigize and X39, or
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
I think we got a trifecta here. So I think
We have
so,
trifecta. I
morning,
agree, Lavelle.
evening, and the X39, guys. Oh
I,
my goodness. I just
I
feel so good.
agree.
Oh my goodness.
Do you make it in hot water, Lavelle? Do you have like a hot cup of Celergized PM?
No, I actually put it in cold water. I
Okay,
actually put it in cold. Well, and then I also use, X2O.
that's right. You got that
Yes,
going. You're
I'm
just
just,
beaming light all over California.
really, Michelle, I
I think
really
I
got to
can
say,
see you from here, actually. I can see your light from here. It's
thank you so much.
amazing.
But I really got to say this, guys.
Yeah.
We have something like never before, guys. We really got to just dig in. This stuff is just, oh my goodness. I don't know what else. There's no words to describe what we have.
I know. It's a miracle, isn't it? It's a miracle with backed by science. I want to put in a plug for Celergized PM too. I love it. I make it as a hot tea about an hour before bed, and it does definitely help my sleep.
I'll
Okay,
try
we
it,
got a
guys.
lot of hands up now. All right, and we
We got to
still on?
start. We got to start it. We got to start it.
What's that? Oh, okay.
I said we got it started now. Everybody's raising their
You
hands.
got it started, Lavelle.
We got,
Thank you.
we teamwork makes the dream work. Let's do
Teamwork.
it, guys. Let's
Teamwork.
have some fun.
Thank you,
Help
Lavelle.
some
Let's
people.
have some
Thank you.
fun. We love you and appreciate you so much. Okay, Heather and then Glenda.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, hi everyone. About 4 months, 3 to 4 months after being released from the hospital, I wasn't satisfied with my progress. I was actually quite concerned because my brain wasn't connecting with my feet the way it used to, and I didn't have strength. And I mentioned this in an online group, and someone said, try X39. It might or might not work for you. So I tried it, and within the first week, it did work. I didn't know that it would work that well. I thought, could I walk to my doctor's office? It's about a kilometer away. So I did, I don't know, is it mile or kilometer? Anyway, I walked to the office and I was comfortable with the walk. And I was so happy after. So that's one of my X39 stories. And my brain continues to get better. That's why I can speak today because it's that
Amen for brain function.
brain function, yes.
It's not optional, right? You kind of need that. So we appreciate how the products work for the brain. Thank you, Heather.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Glenda. Glenda's
Oh,
trying to unmute.
okay. Yes, I'm trying to unmute.
There you go.
Hi. Yeah, I just wanted to give a fast Celergize story too. When Celergize came out, I immediately just really loved it. I'd been on X39 for a long time, but I thought, oh, this just really does kind of bring it up a notch. And so I was giving samples to people. But what I find out is if you give samples to people, how often they don't use them. They put them on their shelf. It's just kind of crazy to me because, but anyway, I had a brand new distributor or a brand partner and really a new customer. So she was very new, and she got some PM, Celergize PM from the conference, and she was just all over the moon about her sleep, which I thought was fantastic. So she just wanted to order it, and I said, "Well, why don't you try both of them?" Because that was one of the persons I'd given samples to, and she said, "Well, I don't know what happened to those." Anyway, so she ordered the set, but the great thing is that her husband had been using X39 and she kept trying to say, is it helping you? Is it helping your joints? Is it feeling better? And he's like, oh, maybe, I don't know, whatever. But he started using the Celergize AM and he's just like, oh my gosh, he goes, just immediately, he goes, I just drink that in the morning. And he said, it all just kind of goes away. So she loved the
Mm.
PM. He loved the AM. It just proves our bodies are different. But get out and share and then make sure your samples are used. So I had to follow up better on my samples. But anyway, I love both those products along with everything else we have to offer. So wanted to share that.
Thank you, Glenda. You know what I do? I take a quart jar because I mix it double. By the way, for those of you new, it says 1 scoop in 8 ounces. Ooh, that is way too strong. I mean, 90% of people are like, ah. So I do a quart and I do 2 scoops and I sip on it all morning and into the early afternoon. And I share it with my clients. I do massage and energy healing and I share it and people are like, oh my gosh, that's good. And I've had people order just based on tasting it right there. So, okay, we have Sunshower and then Raymond.
Good morning, dear Michelle and everybody.
morning.
Good morning. Oh, excuse me. So, two things. Kira cannot seem to raise her hand, but she has a Celergize story, so I'll read it. LifeWave Celergize is part of my morning routine, which includes active morning walks and playtime with our very active medium large dogs in the backyard. Throughout the day, we take play breaks, and my energy level is always consistent. I'm 77 and grateful for the patches and for Celergize morning formula.
Thank you, Kira. Thanks, Sunshower, for reading that. Awesome.
And then for me, I've got a little breathing issue thing going. So guess what? Now we're to the point where we can talk about the other patches. So energize. Okay, the energy enhancers on your lung points right here at the indentation, just below your collarbone.
Mm-hmm.
And even though you hear me kind of, my breathing is much freer. So I'm very grateful.
Yes, thank you, Sunshower. I'm going to second that. When we had really bad fires a few summers ago, which unfortunately seem to be more common these days, but here in Colorado a few years ago we had really bad fires, and I was finding my breathing to be compromised, and I did the same thing, energy enhancer on the lung points, and I got through several days where the air quality was very poor. Okay, Ravel, and then Kate, and then Sherry. Hi, Ravel.
Michelle, what a great
Hi.
call this morning. Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
would not go a day without X39, of course, and wouldn't go a night without Alavita. And I noticed that, there's a lot of snow where I live, and I found myself taking the snow off of two ladies' cars because they're older. I thought, gosh, I'm chronologically older as well, but I didn't feel it at all. But, I've never done that before X39 and Alavita. And, I never encourage someone to, no matter how good a product is, don't ever spend beyond your means. But I will say it's amazing that we have this special until Thursday, December 11th, where you get 2 free Alavita and the daytime nectar and the nighttime cream. So if it's tough for you to afford, maybe share it with somebody in terms of the expense. And also, if you're on my team and your manager above, check your inbox for an email. You could win a free sleeve this week. Thank you.
Nice, Ravel. Thank you. Good to see you. Kate, hello, my friend.
Good
Oh,
morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with everybody. I have just come off my first night with this product. I have had the poorest sleep hygiene for years. I have not felt like I ever slept overnight. I don't know how many years, and I use that machine, the C machine, for helping force the airways open,
Oh,
and I
yeah,
tape my
CPAP.
mouth shut.
Yeah.
Yep, a CPAP machine. Yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
we could say that.
Oh, yeah, you
And I
can say
use
that.
mouth
That's not a diagnosis, but yeah. Uh-huh.
and I use the mouth tape to keep my mouth shut. And
hmm
it's just miserable, just the thought of trying to go to sleep. And so I used the Celergize. Again, I fell asleep in the chair, which is the nemesis, but I woke up really early for me. And I went, wait a minute, something's different. And I felt like I had gone past, like, what I've been doing is like go to this level. I went all the way down. I felt like I actually had had some rest in that. And so then I got to the bed, got flat for the rest of the night. And I actually feel like I slept. Like David said, they're going to sleep like they've never slept before. And if I
Wow.
can make just this feeling, this little feeling, and not feeling hopeless when I wake up to try to make a day happen, I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow morning. And all the mornings after, it's like I might have found the solution for what has been driving my life and my body the wrong way for years.
Oh, Kate,
Get
that's
this,
huge.
get this, don't be without it.
Getting enough
He was
sleep
right.
is it's huge. You know what my hunch is you probably got into delta brainwave when you said you were here and then you dropped, and that's like state of deep, deep sleep. It's deeper than dreams. So that's beautiful. So happy for you. Huge, huge victory. Thanks, Kate. All right, we have Sherry and then Raymond and then Samsung. Go
Hey,
ahead, Sherry.
it's so much fun to be with you today. I'm in cold Missouri at the moment. So when I first got X39, I only wanted to be on X39. So I'll share the two stories from that from several years ago. One was after only 2 weeks on X39, I was driving through downtown Kansas City, which is, so many bright overhead lights, and it's 10:30 at night. And all of a sudden, I realized I could look straight into the lights of the oncoming cars. I didn't have to squint. The back of my eyes weren't in pain. And I thought to myself, this is only 2 weeks. I thought, this
Whoa.
is strange. This is strange. My night vision is better. And I
Whoa.
never connected it to X39.
I
But
have
the next
goosebumps. I've never heard that kind of share before. That is
it
so,
is
so cool.
amazing what happened. So I'm packing up my daughter to move to Colorado. So I'm back down packing all day long, which I had the energy for that and didn't have the aches and pains. So 10:30 again at night, driving through downtown Kansas City. And I just can't believe I can keep my eyes fully open and look at the oncoming cars. This is 2 weeks on X39. So that night, as I was driving home, it dawned on me, oh my goodness, this must be X39. The other thing that happened, and I did, and unusually, I did have what you call like a one patch wonder experience. And that was that I had broken the toe on the right foot, my big toe. It was extremely painful. And I'm wearing hiking boots flying to California for the delivery of one of my grandchildren. I'm having to protect that toe because I'm in extreme pain, can't stand on tiptoes, have to be super careful. I put the X39 gets delivered to California because I'm not in Missouri, I'm in California. When I started being a brand partner, I put the X39 in the morning and took it off at night. The next morning, I could jump up and down on that big toe. I could stand on my tiptoes to reach into the kitchen cabinets, and I no longer had to be worried about my little grandson coming and bumping into my foot. So I am super, super grateful for X39. Amazing.
Amen. Thanks, Sherry. Awesome shares. Okay, Raymond, what you got for us? Okay. Uh-oh. Raymond,
Okay,
you just, oh,
unmuted.
there
I'm,
you are. Okay, good.
I kept getting kicked out for some reason, but anyway, I wanted to share this with the group. I've been wondering, I've been on the patches now since introduced by Country Chuck through Lavelle and Mijay, July 2020, so I'm 5.5 years. And when I
Mm-hmm.
say that, I'm consistent 5.5 years. And
Mm-hmm.
everything that's come out consistent with it. However, I was feeling a lot better, younger. And then Kim Molina, who runs our Thursday evening meeting with Strive for Five, had been talking about her measurements, her body measurements and everything. And this one app that could basically say just, how many years have been taken, have been gone back. So I actually got her to send it to Lavelle. Lavelle sent it to me. I got it, downloaded it. Oh, I got the scale thing from Amazon. Downloaded it. Last couple of days, I've been using it. So I'm 69 today. I'll be 70 in March. But my body age came back at 49.
What was the thing you ordered on Amazon, Raymond?
It's called Fit Days. The
Fit,
name of the
FITDA.
FITDAYS. It's a scale, and you have to get on it barefoot because you know the life is in her feet. That's traditional Chinese medicine, and it
Yeah.
reads from your feet to the top of your head.
Whoa.
Then it comes back and gives you all these body mass, BPI, all this different thing. And at the bottom, it says, based on all this, your age is 49.
49. And you said you're 69, going to be 70.
I'm 69,
Woo.
going to be 70 in March.
Woo.
So I got plenty of stories over the 5.5 years, but I just wanted to share that with everybody. If you're feeling you getting better, Greg and Robin says, what do you want to do when you get older, live younger? We are living younger, and you can tell it. So I had to find that out, and I did it too, and I did it with my wife, who is now starting to become more consistent. So I don't want to say nothing about her numbers, but it bears out, and
Beautiful.
this is it.
Beautiful. How much is that? How much is that scale, Raymond? How much is it cost?
It was shipping and handling was like $60.
Okay, perfect. Okay, y'all hear that? You don't have to go for a $400 blood test. Oh my gosh. I think
It's
60 is
right
a lot better. All right, guys.
$60.
Thank you, Raymond.
Can you put
You're
that in the
welcome.
chat, please?
Yeah, would you put it in
Dale?
the chat, Raymond, the name, and just put, Amazon.
I
Okay,
will.
we have two more hands up, and we need to end with Nancy because I have to leave. I have an appointment. So we'll go Samsung and then Nancy, and then we'll turn it over to Gregory.
Hi. So I'm going to make this quick as possible.
What's your name? What's your name, dear?
I'm sorry. I'm Ella Levette.
Oh, Ella Levette. Hi. Okay.
Hi. Okay, so I'm going to make it quick as possible. I have a relative that's in the hospital with angry cells who have been damaged by all the treatment that they give you. However, she's in and she's on oxygen. She was on 15%, I guess. They had her up to 15%. And they wanted to send her home on palliative care for hospice, and she refused. So she's been on the X39. She's been wearing two on her chest and one on her neck. And yesterday, she's only getting 5% oxygen. So she's going to be going home, and she's going to be staying with the flow with the patches. So we'll see what happens.
Beautiful. You're her guardian angel. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you, Ella Levette. All right, Nancy, we'll end with you, my dear. What would you like to share? Go ahead and unmute.
Two things. One really fast is I take my knee was hurting really bad because in an accident I tore that front part of the knee and it went into, they were going to do a cadaver, but I never wanted to do it. But it hasn't hurt me for a long time. Then it started hurting me the last week really bad. So I like to wear X39 and X49. So I took the patches from the day. I always use my old patches and put it on a place that may be hurting, and it'll quit hurting. And like I got a trigger finger, and now it's almost healed up because I took the old patches and taped it on, but then I put my new patches on every day.
Yep.
And the thing of it is I've been trying to lose weight really hard because I have lost weight about 60 pounds on my own, but then I got hurt. And I'm in a wheelchair because I dislocated my hip, and I have to get 50 more pounds off before I can get surgery. And I'm having a terrible time losing weight, so I need help. But anyway, I decided to do those shots. And so on July, I lost 1 pound. August, I lost 1 pound. September, I lost 3 pounds. October, I didn't lose nothing. November, I'm discouraged. And then I got really sick the last 8 days with the virus and sinus infection. So I wouldn't take the shot because the shot makes me so sick. It gives you diarrhea, it gives you constipation, and it gives you a horrible constant stomach ache. And then at times you feel like you have the flu because you want to throw up. I said, I can't take that shot. It's horrible. So now I'm working. I fast from 5 or 6 at night till noon the next day, every single day.
Wow, Nancy.
Yeah, I keep changing my meals and I'm
Good.
sitting still. I know, but I'm not getting it anymore.
Well, are you using Celergize, Nancy?
No, uh-uh.
Okay, that could help with the weight.
Yeah.
Lavelle had a story about weight loss. Several people have had stories about weight loss with Celergize AM. You might be missing some nutrients, and it's such a complete product
Mhm.
that and it really helps the patches work better.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not
mhm.
doing this. Okay, I'm gonna try the Celergize. I even changed my diet to now to one meal a day and one small, like a protein drink and an apple. I mean, I have cut and cut. But the thing of it is I used to be really active, and now I'm in a wheelchair and a walker. So
You
I'm struggling.
keep the faith, Nancy. Keep doing what you're doing, okay? Because how long have you been on the patches altogether?
Well, when I first started the patches is when I dislocated my hip and broke my leg 4 places, and I put the hip bone through my pelvis. So that was February 1st. I've been on them a little bit, 24. So now we're going into 25.
Oh,
And
so you started in February of 24.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been a year, almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years this coming February.
Yeah, and in this
Right.
wheelchair.
Well, the injury slowed you down, but it's not going to stop you, okay? You got a lot of people on this call that would say you just keep doing what you're doing and you're gonna see the light.
Yeah,
Okay?
I'm
We
74,
want to,
but I'm still pretty active. I mean,
but
I
I
do.
have to say, I'm glad you're not using those shots. Your body was giving you signs that that's not a good thing, honey. Not
A
good.
week ago, I said, I'm not going to take that shot. I'm already sick. I can't do any,
Yeah.
can't do it. It makes me so sick.
Yeah. Are the side
I
effects
the
worth it,
VA,
though?
and they're thousands of dollars. And I'm like, I don't do anything but making myself sick.
All right, Nancy. Well, thank you for sharing, and we're just going to all keep the faith with you. I need to turn it to Gregory now because I have an appointment. So, Gregory or Robin, do you want to come on?
Yeah, I'll take over. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah, you're
You
welcome.
did such a great job. Thanks to everyone for sharing. We love our Monday morning miracle calls. I just got back yesterday from boot camp in Scottsdale, Arizona. Beamy and I and a number of others were there, and it was the best corporate driven training program I think I've ever been to. I mean, the structure, the sequencing, the speakers, the balance between field leaders and corporate leaders, it was absolutely the best. And tonight we're going to do a little highlights of it. Beamy, if you want to jump on, maybe, and a few others that were there will want to share some highlights. I was really delighted, and I'm a kind of a connoisseur of trainings. I've designed training programs for years. I've attended hundreds and probably thousands of them, like Beamy has, and many others have. It was just really, really well done, and it's centered around the Light Success System that's now one of the core cornerstones in our new Now app. The Light is, make your list, invite, and God, Beamy did a fabulous job training on invite, and if we can get their PowerPoint slides by Thursday, she's going to do it for all of us on Thursday. Get your invitations in, give them the gift of information. Maybe it's a gift of a patch. Help them get enrolled and track your results. It's just a really healthy, logical, progressive way to build the business. And it's incorporated now in our new Now app. So I was very excited about that. Beamy, did you want to say anything real briefly?
No, I'll talk tonight. I'm flying
Okay.
this afternoon, so I'm on my way to the airport.
That'd be great. Okay. And so tonight, and I am just blown away of all the new rank achievements. I mean, everywhere you turn, you got new managers, new directors, 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, new executives. And congratulations, Peter No. Just before he got on stage on Saturday, he went from 1-star to 2-star presidential. So it was really wonderful. So very excited. And so we'll have some new rank achievers. If you have achieved a new director or above rank and you're on the call, we'll probably call you out, let you give acknowledgement and a few words of inspiration. But it's going to be a juicy call, so please join us. And thanks again, Michelle. You always do such a wonderful job. And if you'd all like to unmute and say your farewells, we'll call it a wrap.
Great call.
Good.
Have a good day.
Thanks so much.
Thank you,
Oh,
everybody.
Thank you,
Michelle.
everybody.
Peace out.
Congratulations to
Thank you very much.
superstar
It was
Kim Molina
great.
hitting
Thank
two smart
you from
directors.
California.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Bye,
Try
Kate.
Energy Enhancer and SP6 for weight loss.
Energy.
Energy Enhancer and SP6
Thank
for more
you,
weight loss.
everybody.
Much love to you, Auntie Doug.
Hello, Katrina.
Right.
Great job. Michelle.
Sherry Becker.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
God bless
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Very
you.
good. God bless.